Elsewhere, Northumbria are playing Bath, but tonight our focus is here in Cardiff for Cardiff Met versus Loughborough. We're joined by Sam Williams, who's the communications manager for Cardiff Met this evening, and he's going to shed a little bit of light on tonight's game. Now, Eduardo Beloco, the second row for Cardiff Met, his Twitter this week, it said, "It is the most anticipated game of the season. There is nothing else on our minds." The boys are revved up.
Oh, definitely. I think after a couple of weeks of not playing in the BUCS Super League, I think the boys are, as you said, revved up, ready to go, and they're looking for the win.
Good stuff. Okay, so Eduardo Beloco in the engine room. His power buddy is Alex Donbrandt. We got a little clip of him that BUCS produced earlier in the week.
Chose to study at Cardiff Met because a few of the boys I went to secondary school with said how good the rugby programme was here and sort of the S&C side of things, so that was a big factor as to why I chose Cardiff Met. It's about obviously 3 years at Cardiff Met, but you look beyond that and how you know the coaches can help us plan ahead in future lives. So the nutrition side, we have talks by our S&C coaches that sort of explain, what's expected of us. And then the performance analyst side of things, every game gets filmed, breaking down into your individual clips. So it gives you a real chance to look back at your performance, your strengths, your weaknesses, where you need to improve, and that's just a real, factor as to how you can improve your performance.
Wayne has a chance here in the corner. Right Wayne steps in, Corey Wayne.
Oh, it's been, really exciting. Having a hard game every week. It really challenges you individually and us as a team, and it's a big step up from how it was run in my first year. Our winner against Exeter last week, 25-24. I mean, a real good team performance and definitely a match that I won't forget in a hurry. Being able to join a club like Harlequins is a real privilege and honour. To be able to play alongside some of the players they've got in their team is, like I said, a real honour, so looking forward to getting started. I suppose my goals and aspirations for next season is to sort of develop myself as a player further under the coaches that they have at Harlequins, and sort of just get my head down, work hard, and when the opportunities come, take them with both hands.
Great to hear from Alex there, and congratulations, just signed at Quins. That boy's going places. Now, it's been 3 weeks since Met had a taste of BUCS rugby, and it was a bitter one with a shock loss against Leeds Beckett at home here.
Yeah, it was. I think it was because of the position in the table. The guys knew there was no chance of getting up to second, but they were still a ways ahead of the guys below. So they focused more on the WRU Championship that week, but still, in this championship, you want to keep that momentum going, and the loss, I think, will put the bit between the boys' teeth today.
Okay, so we shouldn't read too much into it. But the opposition tonight, I've covered this game twice, you've seen them as well, and twice Loughborough have come out second best. How do Loughborough defeat your Welshmen?
I think the main thing they can do is focus on the centre partnership. I mean, as you've seen, Tom Morgan and Luke Northmore have just played incredibly well together over these last few games. And if they really want to sort of punish the Cardiff Met side, they need to stop the ball getting out to those two boys and try and capitalise on those advantages.
Okay, now we got a stat for you. Big shout out to Bobs at BUCS who's compiled this one, and it's the number of players used across the season. Now, the list there is in how the league positions ended up, and there's a strong correlation in the number of players used, and consistency is the key. Now, Loughborough, they've used 62 different players across the season. Now, while that hinders their cohesiveness, it must make them very difficult to prepare against.
Yeah, because there's the old saying that you never know what team's going to come up, and usually that means in form, but with the Loughborough guys, it literally means you don't know what team's going to turn up. They could be bringing up someone who wasn't even in the team 2 weeks ago, and it's incredibly hard for the guys to prepare for something like that. So, like you say, it puts a wild card into their prospects.
Oh, there you have it. There could be a few tricks up Loughborough's sleeves tonight for the Met men. But thanks from Sam there. We caught up with the coaches beforehand, and this is what they had to say. Right, Jared, a bit of a torturous journey down here, not the ideal preparation.
No, we were hit with a bit of traffic on the way down, but really thankful to everyone for being really accommodating, and obviously pushed kick-off back half an hour, which has allowed us to get our preparation in place.
You're battling on two fronts, in National 1 and in BUCS. I know you're injury ravaged. You're confident with the boys who are coming out tonight?
Yeah, I mean it's been tough, no doubt, but I think the lads are absolutely buzzing for tonight. We got some good momentum against Newcastle last week. Obviously that will be nowhere near the test we're going to see tonight, but got plenty of positives from that game, and that's most of that group is here again tonight. So hopefully we can come together nicely tonight.
You've played these guys twice already this season. You've come out second best both times. How do you beat Cardiff Met?
Yeah, it's something we spoke about a lot all week. We've not actually beaten a team in that top four this year. We're going to change that tonight. I think we've got to start well. I think if we're in the game around 60, I think we'll have a chance. Hopefully our fitness will pull us through.
You mentioned playing Newcastle last week. Do you think that's an advantage that you've got that momentum from a big win and not having a rest week like these boys had last week?
Yeah, potentially. Initially we're kind of like, oh, we have that extra game. We didn't know it was positive or negative, but actually looking back at it now, probably more of a positive. We got some good momentum, great energy, and we've had a really good training week off the back of that. So we'll view it as a positive and hopefully take that into tonight.
Any tricks up the sleeve that you're going to let us in on?
We'll see. I don't know. I think for us, we want to keep it simple early doors, and maybe in the second half we might expand a bit more.
Awesome. Wish you the best, Jared.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Danny, thanks for joining us. Knockout rugby, how does the mindset change for the boys?
I think it's exciting for everyone, that's for sure. We're trying to tell the players to really focus on that performance and the processes that get you there. Try not to change too much, but as you know, it's been a big build-up for this one, and it'll certainly be exciting. It'll be how the players deal with that.
Yeah, how's preparation been? Because you haven't played BUCS for a while, but you've been playing in the Welsh leagues. Has it been a bit of a funny one for you to deal with?
Yeah, it's something that we're not used to, because we have the Saturday and a Wednesday programme. We're normally fairly battle hardened and playing a lot, whereas this group haven't probably played since a week Wednesday against Bather in the National League. So it will be interesting to see how we go.
You've probably got the strongest possible team that you could put out. You've even got the luxury of putting Max Llewellyn on the bench. How good is that?
Really good, to be at this stage of the season and to be injury free. If we don't get the result that we're looking for tonight, I'm not going to be able to blame injuries, that's for sure. So to have someone like Max Llewellyn come back from the Wales 20s, we've had him for the last couple of training sessions, and I'm sure he'll have a big impact from the bench.
You've played these guys twice this year, you've won twice. Does that fill you with confidence, or is there a fear of complacency maybe?
You've always got to be aware of that, and I think what you've got to remember is Loughborough are probably one of the most famous student sides, and the number of players they've got in their programme, it's a fantastic programme, so you always know when Loughborough come you're going to be in for a battle, and hopefully we're ready to match that.
Beautiful day down here at King Coyd. It could be the last opportunity for some of your boys to play at home.
Yeah, a little disappointed. Obviously, being the Easter holidays, probably won't get perhaps all the support of the first and second years. But we love playing at home, and I'm sure, hopefully, the boys will thrive on that tonight.
Excellent, Danny. Wish you all the best, mate.
Thanks very much.
A couple of top young coaches fired up for tonight's fixtures. It's winner stays on in this BUCS quarter-final clash. The Archers take on the African Violets, and it's coming to you live after this break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, the players have emerged from the sheds and they are ready for battle, which leads me to throw you up to Dave Rogers, who's going to call this monstrous game. Up to you, Dave.
Cardiff met for a place in the BUCS semi-finals. Loughborough on your screen there in the African violet with pink trim. Burgundy and gold are the colours for Cardiff Met. Loughborough will get us underway. Matt Travers is the outside half. They're attacking the try line away to your right-hand side. Cardiff Met at Kincoid, the fortress that has been this season, receiving the kick-off and attacking the try line to your left-hand side. Joining me for this one, you've already met him at the beginning of the show, is Sam Williams. Sam, so much excitement around campus ahead of this one. It's quiet because it's Easter time, but there's still plenty of buzz around this match.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we haven't played on our home ground for the last couple of weeks, and as I said in the interview beforehand, the boys are really revved up for this game. They're looking forward and they are looking and hunting for that win.
Cardiff Met carrying the ball forward there through Richie Lewis. Do apologise, Aled Evans, the captain, but Loughborough have turned that one over. Big opportunity for the away side, crunched forward there through Sam Cochrane. In goes Alex Glasham for his first touch. Real big opportunity here. Harry Betts. Just 6 metres short, what an opportunity inside the first minute. Oh, but it's knocked forward. Quentin Costa, the captain. And Cardiff Met now attacking from inside their 22, but a loose pass. Luke Northmore there. Plenty of tries in this Cardiff backline, and they were a statement of intent, turning that ball over and straight away looking to turn defence into attack.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Luke Northmore has been a serious attacking threat in this side, usually being unleashed by his centre partner Tom Morgan, but they're on the counter-attack, just a little bit of a wild pass going out wide, and hopefully on a next opportunity they'll be able to be converted into points.
Well, 10 tries between Northmore and Morgan in BUCS Super Rugby this year, but Loughborough have the line out inside their own 22. Jamie Cox finds his target and they look to settle in. That's not really going anywhere, so Alex Glasham has to go sideways. That's a second knock on in quick succession there by Costa, and the referee brings them back. Some quarter-final nerves there. Loughborough's captain and outside centre. A couple of times he's had the opportunity to hit the line hard. Both times he's taken his eye off the ball, knocked it on, and Cardiff Met have been let off. So we'll have our first look at the set piece. 2 minutes into this one. If you're watching our free sports coverage for the first time, just a reminder that our clock continues ticking. So if it goes red and the team that you're supporting are winning, don't celebrate too much because there might be a little bit of time left on the clock. Of course, Cardiff Met's pack, they've been quite dominant in the scrum. I suppose that comes from the battle hardening of playing in the WRU Championship.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, on Saturdays, the teams they put out are sometimes a little bit different, but the front line usually doesn't change that much, and Sam Cochrane and Harry Seward have really put their all into becoming a dominant front row, as you've just seen on the TV there.
They've got the decision there. Ben Williams, the scrum half, looked like he knew exactly what was coming there as well.
Yeah,
put the
definitely.
ball in, let it settle down, and Cardiff Met win the first penalty. And when you're looking to win the arm wrestle in the opening exchanges, that'll really give them the opportunity to get their tails up. Good clearance kick to touch. And let's look at the Cardiff Met starting 15 for this quarter-final. So Sam Cochrane, Jack Fielding and Harry Seward in that front row. Dom Brunt and Boloko in the second row. Scott, Rubashniak and the captain Evans make up the back row. Williams and Johnston are at 9 and 10. Then we've got Wayne and Roberts have actually swapped wings, so Wayne's in 14, Roberts is in 11, Morgan and Northmore at 12 and 13, and Simpson is at fullback. Williams. Loughborough going to meet the ball carrier there. No options in midfield, so they dab in behind. And that's another good kick, a touch finder this time, and Cardiff Met pay their first visit to the opponent's 22. But beforehand, a The coaching staff were talking about there not being much of a crowd here with it being Easter holidays. However, the Cardiff Met faithful have turned that in force. They're making a great noise here at Kincoid. And despite that excellently placed pole skewing our view, Loughborough are going to attempt to escape from their 22. Jamie Cox again finds his man.
See these mauls are just holding solid. It's quite impressive the strength that these guys are showing putting on display.
Well, Loughborough going from the base of that one. There goes Alex Lashton, the scrum half. Finds his right winger here, and Tate, who's brought down. Slower ball than Loughborough would like. Moving it on well. Sam Bailey takes them up towards the halfway line. A little bit of space now at the left-hand side, but the kick half charged down. And eventually bundled into touch. That'll be a Cardiff Met throw-in. Little bit of pace from Loughborough there. Wasn't really going anywhere in the forward pack. Good work from the scrum half, well supported by Tate. 5 minutes of this one gone. This is the first look we'll have at the Cardiff Met set piece. We've got Jack Fielding at hooker, but he really is a threat in the middle of the park, isn't he?
Yeah,
broken
definitely.
Play, incredibly quick.
Definitely. I mean, he's played for on sevens, and he's sometimes on Saturdays they will drop him off to the wing, and I think he's possibly the fastest hooker you'll see in this championship.
Well, no real chase on that kick, so an opportunity now for Cardiff Met to counter-attack. Again, Loughborough's defensive lift very good, making it difficult for Met to cross the gain line. Simpson brought down on the halfway line. Again, Met struggling to get over that gain line, but presenting the ball well. Johnston puts boot to ball, and Loughborough return that one with interest. Plenty of time to settle before kicking that, and that's incredible distance on that kick. There's not an awful lot of breeze out there, but if there's a suggestion of anything, it's blown in the direction of Cardiff Met in this first half. Again, the kick doesn't find touch. Go for the up and under this time. Well, Loughborough under a little bit of pressure. The ball carrier isolated.
It was a great tackle by Wayne there, especially on that chase.
Well, it was the first kick where the chase was really allowed to catch up with it.
Yeah.
Now Loughborough trapped in between their 10-metre line and the 22. Harry Betts waits at the back. He's just going to add protection for the box kick. Loughborough happy to put boot to ball at the moment, not really maintaining possession, but that's a much better chase. Harry Johnston with the take and the catch. But Loughborough turn that over. Quinton Costa keeps the ball in hand this time after those two early knock-ons. Loughborough win the penalty, not releasing. There have been long periods of play where the ball has stayed in field, but no one's really done a lot with it at the moment. Exchanging kicks, it's the kind of nervy arm wrestle that you'd expect in a quarter-final with so much riding on it.
Yeah, it's been a fact of a lot of these Super Rugby games is the first couple of sort of 40 minutes start off quite slow, but then as the 50th, 60th minute comes along, all of a sudden the pace just ups, and you see tries running in from God knows where.
Yeah, we've certainly had some special scores and some games really turn on their head in the closing minutes here, but Loughborough are going to have a pop at goal. This is the first scoring opportunity of the match. The teams have spent a little bit of time in their opponent's 22. This would be some kick as well. You can see just over the kicker's head. He's kicking into a slight breeze here. This BUCS Super Rugby presented by Yoti quarter-final. Matt Travers to open the scoring here at Kincoid.